Hey everyone, it's Andrew with Curse here. I am at S2 with, of course, James, Doug, and Pew. And we're gonna go ahead and talk a lot today about what's coming to the game. I'm gonna ask them a bunch of questions actually about what we're seeing with these changes and what the community can expect from these changes too, because there's a lot happening.
So a lot of these changes came actually from the result of community feedback, both in terms of our surveys and in terms of us just crunching the numbers, seeing participation rates, that kind of thing. So the big changes, just so everyone's on the same page, is that we've actually removed enchanting straight up. Now crafting is basically customization of components, and that's it. We've also removed the restriction on how many crafted items you can bring into the game with you. They'll just now show up in your shop like any other item.
Yeah, to be clear, one of the primary incentives for this is we wanted to shift our progression less away from power and more towards options, so that players as a progressor account are unlocking new options and new play styles for them to play with.
A lot of people had some negative feelings toward the old enchanting system, the progression system, but even the people who liked it, we don't feel like it was perfectly implemented for them either. There was a lot of randomness involved, there was a lot of negative expectations, and we did a poor job managing the players' expectations, such that the average results would feel bad, and then they would only feel good when they got the really good rolls, and it was kind of a mess. So what we're hoping with this change is that the game's progression feels more intuitive, it feels more streamlined, it feels more fun. And it feels like every time you make a point of progression, it's a step forward. And it's a positive step forward as opposed to, I kind of have some feelings of reservation about it.
Yeah. And another change that kind of goes along with this as we talk about progression systems is we're introducing like account levels and leveling up. We identified that previously a lot of the account progression took place over multiple systems. It was a little hard for a player to identify how far along their account is. So with this patch, you're going to have an account level. As you play the game, your account's going to level up. You're going to get rewards for leveling up. And it's going to just make it a little more tangible that you're making progress within the game.
And tied in with the account levels is our new way of leveling up your pets. So before, you would level up your pets by choosing which one you want to level up. You would gather food from playing your games, and then you would go ahead and feed that food to a specific pet. But if you funnel your food to your favorite pet, that pet's going to be the most powerful, it's going to be the highest level, it's going to look the coolest, and all of a sudden, you kind of just want to use only that pet, right? And when you unlock a new pet, it starts off as a little baby at level 1, and it wasn't really powerful enough. So along with the account level change in addition, we are now going to be tying your pet's levels, and this is all of them. So all the pets you own and all future pets that you will unlock will be tied to your account level. And players will find that very quickly, compared to what they used to see before, all their pets will be max level.
So another thing that you guys are, I think, looking at changing are some things with matchmaking.
Well, the first thing to realize is that our matchmaking is getting implemented as we roll the beta out. So it's definitely going to be a progressive thing. And with this patch, we are introducing ELO-based matchmaking. We're tracking player skill. We haven't actually been doing that thus far. We've mostly been focused on tracking party sizes and overall account experience, but we haven't actually had player skill being included yet. But the other big problem that we have is levers and people going AFK. In this patch, we're implementing a couple systems aimed at addressing with that. First is actually having AFK detection in the game. So, if we detect that someone's being AFK, we'll kick them.
Right.
If you get kicked, then it leaves the game in a 5v4 scenario, and at that point, the other players will have the option, if they want, to leave the game or to continue playing if they think they have a shot.
The other thing that we're doing to help with levers is when a player is terminated from the game, we're actually giving gold incentives to the team that is remaining. So before, you just lost out on all of that player's gold. Well, now some of that gold is being transferred back to the remainder of your team. So when you do have a lever, it's not as penalizing for your team.
And all these changes are really in the spirit of providing a better quality and consistency for the matches. So Strife, when it goes off right and there's no levers and the teams are evenly matched, can be so fun. And we want to just make sure that a higher percentage of matches reach that end.
So there's lots of changes happening that are going to be changing all types of things throughout the game. So what can I expect on my account to happen?
So because of these pretty drastic changes, especially to the account level system introduction, to the crafting and removal of enchanting, and to the pet system, we will be having to perform a soft reset on everyone's accounts. And we've been getting a lot of questions on this, so I just want to clear this up. What this means as a soft reset is that while all the progression will be wiped from your account, as far as all your crafted items will be deleted, all your pets will be removed and set back to level 1. However, as kind of a thank you to our players and to make sure that their time that they spent playing the game previously felt valuable, we will be awarding players based on the games that they played previously. So if you had played 100 games worth before this reset, you will be getting 100 games worth of the commodity rewards that you'll receive after this change. So it'll be like if you played 100 games before, it's not like those 100 games are wiped out with your account. Those 100 games still exist in the new system. There'll be some different numbers because we've converted a bunch of stuff. Now we're only down to 2 commodities instead of 3 previous ones, but a player can expect that their time spent is still being valued at the same amount.
Okay. Okay. So you're still, as much as you have a new new account kind of feel, you're still being rewarded for what you've actually already done in the game. You're not going to lose any of that other unlocked
You
stuff.
just get like a boosted start, so to speak.
So the game currently is in a very closed beta state right now. What I'm wondering is, when are we going to see more people in the beta?
So right now, because we're so excited for everything going into this patch, we're going to give a beta key to give to your friends to every current Strife beta player.
We've been working on this patch for a while, and we knew it was going to bring these drastic changes, and we didn't really want to interject a lot of new players in before we made these changes.
Right.
The less people we subject to the rockin' boat, the better. But we really feel that this slew of changes, while it might remove some of the things that people previously liked about things like the enchanting system, is going to create a better overall experience for the player. Not only from the matchmaking side of things and the lever protection side of things, but also from the progression system feeling more streamlined, more rewarding. And we really feel like this is a great time to check Strife out.
Well, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to ask you all these questions about all the changes actually coming to Strife. A lot of them sound very cool, and I'm really excited to actually play the changes too when this goes live shortly. So, just once again, thanks James, Doug, Pew. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to talk to us about some of the nice changes, and remember to enjoy the game.